So let's do that, guys. OTK. Okay, let me hide my stuff here. Okay. I don't want to show my P&L because I don't.
Are you sure the Photoshop team is out of the office?
I didn't finish Photoshopping, guys. All right. So here is OTLK. It looks like crap, but there is beauty to this madness, guys. So here, when I fucking woke up, I actually FOMO. But you know what, man? We have this rule. If it's the front side, you have to go 30% of your max. So I had 20, how many shares I had? I bought 15, 20, 27,000 shares located. Well, of OTLK. It was a day 3. So I'm like, dude, day 3, I'm hoping for a fucking collapse. So yes, on Friday, it kind of topped out at what? And so I started to scale, and I did very small. These are only like 1,000 share orders here, guys. And so I covered it all here. So on the way up, I'm just nibbling. Okay, this is nowhere near my max. So Alex has this rule, which I love. If it's a front side, you go in 30%. So I think I had maybe 6,000 shares only. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? 6,000, one in each. So I covered all here for about even. And I'm like, cool. So I'm waiting. Notice I made no trades. And so I noticed there's a 190, 290, which is the VWAP. So sometimes I use VWAP, sometimes I don't. But the VWAP lines with my lines. So that's why you see me short 290 all day long. You see that, guys? All day long. And I'm covering as it pops down. So I call this channel trading. I'm trading the channel between VWAP and under. The guys that are just purely trading VWAP, they don't understand. These are low flow. That's like 4 million shares. So it's heavily rotated like 10 times. And so what happens is, even if the VWAP is at 292 at that time, right here, 292, it got saved at 260 line, man. You see, I covered all here, like 260s. And it popped it right back up. So this is the thing that experience will tell you. Experience will tell you VWAP is great. But if they're low flow, overly rotated, does not take much volume to reclaim VWAP. But then I noticed there's a dude, every time it hits the 290 line, it pops down. And so if you are just doing a one singular trade and you're buying this and you're holding it to break down, that's fine. That's your strategy. And so when you look at my chart and go, this guy's ugly. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's all contraire. I'm fucking making 10, 20 cent scalps, 30 cent scalps all day long until my channel breaks. And that's how I trade. So I trade a combination of my resistance lines. Dude, I topped it to here. The reason I'm able to know to put size up here, so there's more size I put up here, is because it filled the gap. So we did our pre-market planning, and I told the guys in the room, so that 315 was the gap fill. So that's where I started to short. Notice here. So I was not very scared, actually, that it kept popping more. I had my process and my plan. This is a day 3 stock. It filled the gap at 315. And so I was ready to hit it more. So I'm just adding a little bit. And my average was great, man. And so, you know what I'm saying? So my point is, this was my process. The fact that it was a day 3 gave me confidence to do this. This is still front side, by the way, guys. I still did not, I'm at half of my max, dude. I'm only like at 10,000 shares or something like that. So there's still a lot of room. The reason I didn't go full max is because who the hell knows? The chart said it could go to $4. And so if I had only 10,000 shares, I'm cool, man. Where I put sizes, I'm waiting for the death line breach, which did not happen yet. When the death line breach is game over, that's where I'm going to max out. And so in the meantime, and this is why my charts look the way they do, because all I'm doing is I'm channel trading. You can call it scalping, you can call it whatever you want, dude. I'm shorting this 290. Look how much volume I'm shorting. And I'm covering at 279 all the way down to 268 or something here. You see what I'm saying, man? These add up. These guys are waiting for a dollar move on a $3 stock. I've made $1 today already on my shares. Okay, so I'm going to turn it back to Alex, so he'll talk. Because Alex nailed this idea about the warrants this morning. I wanted you to talk on that, Alex. Dude, Alex was dead on. So that's what, if I didn't listen to Alex, I might have been all in here and died. But the fact that Alex did due diligence on fundamentals, which helped the room. So I want to turn it back to Alex. Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, so let me talk about my process in the morning, the way that I do it. Today was kind of a weird day for me because I woke up late. I usually wake up really, really early, but for whatever reason, I was up late, and that already threw me off. So I immediately ran to my desk, and I already see that this OTLK is moving. And last week, I did some fundamental research on the company and saw that they had 10 million warrants at 290. And we have free fundamental videos for anyone that's interested in learning, but I watch all of our videos because I want to get better at fundamentals. I'm a very good technical trader. I am not the best fundamental trader, so I'm trying to get better at both. So after some quick analysis, we found out that they had warrants at 290, and they had a gap fill at 306 or 310, whatever it was. And to me, my mentality said, bro, there's 100% chance that these guys are going to try to gap fill the stock because they need the stock to be above 290 so that they can exercise their warrants for a profit. If you buy something at 290, are you going to sell for 250 or are you going to try to sell for 330? So the point of the matter is that first I recognized that, okay, they have to get this stock above 3. And then I was like, okay, how much size do I want to use today? It is a day 3 setup, but it is still shorts are stuck from day 1 and 2. So I said, I'm going to use 10,000 shares today. If I can make a couple $1,000s on 10,000 shares, that makes sense to me. So our rule is using 30% of your size on the front side. So my mentality was I'm only allowed to use 3,000 shares on the front side of this stock. So I want to give myself maybe 3 bullets of 1,000 shares each. And then if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I lose $500 if I'm wrong. But if I'm right, I could scale to my winner and make some more money. So coming into the day, I saw a line at $3, a line around 306, and then 310. So in the morning, I took a starter of 1,000 shares at $3, and I basically just let it do its thing. I let it do its thing. I waited for the stock to top out. After the stock topped out around 335 and had one wick candle down, my mentality was short the next pop. So I started shorting the next pop again with another 1,000 shares broken up into small pieces. And my mentality was, let me wait to see the stock confirm. Let me wait for this stock to prove to me that I am allowed to use my max size. So what ended up happening is I had maybe 3,000 shares at 310 or something like that, just slowly staying in there. And my mentality was if it breaks through 335, 336, I'm going to lose 25 cents. I'm going to lose 600, 700 bucks. Not really the end of the world, but it's a lot better than having larger losses because imagine if I had 10,000 shares, I'd be losing $3,000. So that's why that 30% size rule comes into effect. So after that, I think it was a little bit before 10 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. that it had a giant wick candle. It had a stuff candle from 315 all the way down to, I think it was like 310. And then it went and then it panicked down. When it panicked down and went under VWAP, I mentioned to the guys in the room that it has confirmed. It went down to 280. It went from 315 to 280, I think it was. And I mentioned to the guys that it confirmed. So I said the next pop that it makes, I'm going to size in. So 283, 284, 285, 286, I'm adding. Because at that point, I felt like it had a decent risk reward that I could size up into that breakdown and get a nice piece of the profit. So I ended up shorting 283, 284, 285, covered half of my position in the 270s. And then as the stock continued to unwind, 268, 267, I covered more. And I mentioned to the guys in the room that, this is a very crowded stock. So you cannot just be holding all day like BIO does. BIO trades around the channel until the channel no longer works. So for me, I want to cover in the channel until the channel no longer works. So I mentioned to the guys that the reshort areas are 285, 290, 295, and 3. 5-cent increments from that stock. So I basically covered my position at 270 most of the time, and I basically put out an order, 285, put out an order, 290, 295, and 3, hoping that someone would hit, and my 285 order hit. Yep, and my 285 order hit. So again, it hit, covered, and then that's it, game over. And like BIO, if you look at BIO's chart, he just kept shorting the 290 line. He just saw that his channel was the 290 channel. He shorted 290, covered 280. Shorted 290, covered 280. Shorted 290, covered 280. Did it 3 times, made 30 cents. And see, like, that's the way that BIO trades. But the way that I trade is I just like to see it get to the channel, cover a piece, get there. I do it more in a slow manner, where BIO does it in a faster manner, But at the end of the day, we're both making money using the same areas of interest. He's just doing it more than me. I'm doing it less than him, but more size. It's just the same thing. Same thing.
So exactly, there's many ways to trade and make money. So I actually like the way Alex trades. So what he does is he's a sniper. He's waiting to go size. And you know what, man? That's the way he trades. For me, I'm a very lower risk tolerant guy. So I do what Alex does too. But I do what Alex does. But so Alex leaves, he's waiting. So but I realized I can still make money in the interim. So, I mean, this is more advanced stuff, in my opinion. It's up to you on how you want to do it. Like I said, there's multiple ways to make money. I trade the way Alex trades. If the death line breaches, I will slam it. But you know what, man? That death line only breaches like once a day or whatever. But in the meantime, it's oscillating up and down between 290 and 270. Look how many times I'm making 20 cents, guys. I know what my lines are, so I predefine my lines. So the lines give me a channel, and all day it's been channeling 20 cents. I'm making 20 cents a clip here, guys.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, this shit fucking adds up.
We're still using the same areas of interest too. That's the point. We're both finding the areas of interest 285, 290, and just attacking in different ways. That's it.
And it happens to coincide with the VWAP. That's how I use the VWAP. So I use my lines first, and then the VWAP confirms the area. So when there are multiple indicators lining up in the same area, it gives me greater confidence. So that's why, look at this, man. It never broke that VWAP, man. I'm like all freaking day 290, covering 275. 269. I got all the way down here to 268.
And remember, Bao, 290 is also the level that matches with the 10 million warrants. It's not a coincidence that 290 is that level it keeps rejecting.
Yep, they're selling, dude. Maybe they have other warrants too, but dude, they're selling around that area, you know. And so other people noticing that maybe they're shorting. And you know what, man? Who knows? They're shorting. So what they do is this, guys. This is another thing that you have to understand. Just because the warrants at 290 doesn't mean they need to sell at $3 to make money. They can sell it at 291 to make money, knowing that they have the warrants to cover it just in case. So they're shorting against this position too. Okay, if I had 1 million shares with a 290 option to buy, I'm shorting the fuck out of this and covering it lower. And I don't have to, guys. Think about it. It's an option. I do not have to take the option, right? The option is there. So the fact that it needs to go over 290, we don't know. If I was a hedging guy, I would have 1 million shares of this shit, 4 million shares of this shit. When it hits 290, I'm fucking shorting it, because you know what? It's free money, because if it goes lower, I will cover my short and make money. If it goes higher, I take the warrants to cover. It's a win-win. Does that make sense, Alex?
Yeah, that makes sense. It's just a little more of an advanced strategy that a lot of people don't really understand, but that's the way it works, essentially. That is the way that they hedge themselves, and they make sure they are protected in case something goes wrong.
Yeah, man, because think about it. They're not stupid. They have every mechanism that we do and have more. They're shorting their own fucking stock. That's how they're doing it, guys. They're shorting their fucking stock. They don't have to. And the fact that it goes to 290, it means they're. So, you know what? I don't care what the conspiracy theory is. Like I said, I'm not one of those guys. I keep that in mind, but that does not make me convicted in that way. That's, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at my lines. I'm looking at the price action and see what happens. That's all I'm doing. There's many ways to skin a cat. If your strategy is swinging and stuff like that, that may come in play. But like I said, there's many ways to trade to make money. You have to find one that matches your personality.
Yep. And also backtest your trades. I mean, for me, I personally learned that I lose money after 11 a.m. because the volume dries out and the stocks have random moves up and down. So what I do to protect myself, for me to not go back to the casino and sit at the table, is I walk away. I go on these walks. I make a video diary of all this stuff. And then at the end of the night, before I go to bed, I watch my own video diary to see what I could do better, what I could do, what I could improve on. And that's it. I saw someone in MIC today saying that they make money every single day until 10 a.m. So I said, why don't you start to create a process that forces you to walk away at 10 a.m. and lock in those gains? So again, most people don't know that you need a process. You cannot just wake up and hit some buttons and then walk away at 4 p.m. You know, for some people, they make money at 10:30 in the morning is when they start their trading day because of the zombie move. You know, some people start their day.
So that's the key.
Exactly.
Notice before we started MIC, our whole thing was process. So basically, we figured out this is what you need to do, okay? You need to see what you are consistently making money on. If you're consistently making money around a certain strategy, hone in on it and make that your process. And then redefine it, tweak it to make that process. So I always say, find your niche, be the master of one first, and then you can expand. Too many people are trying to trade everything, and they get all confused. Focus on one thing. Make money every day on it. And then that will afford you to venture out into other areas. So that's why the way I trade is a combination of a bunch of styles, guys. People look at my chart, and they go, oh, he doesn't know what he's doing. It's all over the place. Well, I could just buy one and then cover like everybody else. But why? Now, I've done that for a long time. Now I'm building my playbook, and now I'm taking advantage between the oscillations in between. You don't have to do that right away, but you can see how you can do it. You develop a strategy that is making you money. Now you think, how can I make more money? How can I make more money around it? And that's how I got it. It's been 20 fucking years to do this. It's not like you can do this overnight, guys. And so that's the thing. The young kids think, oh, man, I hate it because not everybody has $1 million in their account. Not everybody can swing these stocks. And I'm gonna show you, if you fucking swung this stock, you're dead. Here's OTLK, guys. This is the play from Friday. Okay, it closed at $2.10 from 260. Everybody thought it was over. This was day 2. Game over. They're holding a short at 210 overnight. They wake up this morning to $3. Game over, dead meat. You see what I'm saying? So, you know what, man? It could have gapped down. They would have made money. But this is why I trade the way I trade. And this is just for me, guys, because I'm sick of this type of move. When you thought the stock was over, it's 50 cents down from the VWAP. You go to sleep happy. You're up 20 cents when you go to sleep. When you wake up, you're down $1. This is 14 million shares float. It's, so my whole point being, man, 30 million market cap. And so I have my rules for this. I don't like to hold this kind of shit until, it completely breaks down. And you know what, man? Sometimes like this, it fakes the hell out of you. And so so it depends on the type of strategy you do. For me, I like to go to sleep. I like to not worry about this stuff. I made my money. I walk out.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, and then let's show some fun trades. I did some fun trades today. Let's see, CANF, CANF.
Yep.
So I'm going to talk about the zombie. This is a very good example of the zombie. So this is my CANF trade. I went into the year chart and told the room what the lines were. I said 7, 8, 9, right? 7, 8, 9, 10. So what I did was I started at the $8 line in the middle. I waited for it to peak. You notice I didn't hit it on the way up. This is the front side. I waited for it to peak at 8. I actually had an order at 877. It never hit. Because I'm using the outer lines, which is 9, and then planning to add a 10. It didn't hit. So I waited, and then when it came back up, I hit it at the $8 line, and it will pop down. So I'm using this candle, you see, and taking the meat, 2 trades. And in the third trade during the zombie 10 hour, I'm like, oh, fuck, it didn't go down enough. I'm getting the hell out. Notice I stopped trading. If I was stubborn, I did not know the zombie rule. This is 1 million float. I did not know the zombie rule. I'm dead.
Yep.
I'm dead. So these are the things that, in my opinion, like people go, I've been trading for all these years. I don't need a. I'm like, dude, $180. If you know the zombie rule, you would fucking save your money. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, don't listen to these guys, man. It's like trading by yourself. You can. It took me 10 years, a lot of money lost to come up with all these rules. I didn't understand why these things were zombieing. And then after losing so much money, I went back and I back tested all my stuff, and I'm like, dude, there's something to this thing. And we create a rule around it. And so notice, to me, this is a perfect fucking trade. These guys are saying, oh, Bao is scalping from peanuts. $8 line to $7.20 line. If it had gone down to $5, they would have laughed at me. But you know what? I don't care. I took the meat of the move, and this is my process. I will do this every day, guys. Low risk.
Yep.
High risk, high reward. I'm not at that stage of my life where I need that headache. So I take the meat and move on. If it went down lower, so be it. I will be shorting if it popped up. But the fact that it didn't, I recognized it was a zombie. I covered everything. Boom. Perfect trade in the sense of I was able to escape. Because I knew at 10:30, dude, some fucking shit is up. So at 10:30, it's zombie. Same thing with this. Let me look at it. OTLK. 10:30, zombie. Let me show you the zombie. Here is 10:30, guys, on OTLK. Here is 10:30. 10:30. It went from 269 to 290.
Yeah.
269 to 290. You see that? I covered it. I told the room I'm getting out before zombie hours because 270 was the support, and I told I'm sizing down. So I covered all this shit. See this? I covered all the 269, and then I waited and I entered at the VWAP, which is 290. Nailed it. Covered it down. Covered it. I was hoping it'd go down lower. It didn't, but it went up, so I covered it, and then I reshorted it, covered it, reshorted, covered it. Look at that. And I just covered some more earlier when we were doing this IG live. I have my fucking orders there, dude, and I just covered. Look at the time. 12:30 or some shit, which is now, right? And I just fucking took a trade from 290 line all the way to 278 during the recap. So that is the process that I've been doing. I'm fucking 290, keep holding. So the way I mitigate my risk is this. I know my stops. 290 was the VWAP. So if I wanted to 292, I would have stopped out. Each subsequent, and so now I'm just sitting there, and I'm doing small size now. In the morning, I do bigger size, but in the zombie hour times, I always do smaller size because I've already locked in like a bunch of money, and I don't want to give it back. So there's a bunch of ways that you could do risk management. I give myself like a playroom, like $200, like $1,000 to fuck around. And if that, I'm doing the same level, and so I stop when those levels don't work anymore. But I'm always cognizant in my risk. And so that's why you see my charts like that. They are designed to look like that if you trade right. The way I trade. That's my style. And, that's my style. It's been working for me, and that's what I do. It fits my personality, man. Those guys are swinging it overnight from $2.10. They're murdered.
They're silent today, but next week they're going to be celebrating, right? That's not the way.
So at the end of the day, guys, this is the thing. Me and Alex we're not the best traders. We are not the most professional traders. We're emotional. We're normal guys just like you. If we can do it, you can do it. That's my whole thing. You don't have to be a Wall Street banker. You don't have to be a guy that went to Harvard to do this stuff. And that's what I'm saying. You can be a normal guy and make money, guys. And that's the whole MIC thing. I'm here teaching guys that are normal. We didn't create a community where only guys with $1 million bank accounts can fucking trade our strategy. Our strategies work across the board for everybody. You want to talk about the anniversary, and then we'll open up to questions.
Yeah. So
we're gonna do a split screen, guys, and then so we're gonna talk real quick about this, and then we'll do a split screen and answer all your questions.
Yep. So the event is gonna be MIC. We've been here for 9 months, so our 1-year birthday is on August 17th. So we're gonna throw a free event. So on August 17th, we're gonna have a free meetup for everyone to come, hang out, have a couple drinks, see a view, take some photos, maybe go out at night, have some dinner. Regardless, Sunday, August 18th, we're gonna have a rest day because if anyone knows Bao at these events, he likes to have a lot of fun on Saturday nights. So catch him at any local bar in Philly, buy him one drink, and he'll buy the bar drinks.
I'll buy the bar. It's happened. I've offered to buy maybe bars when I was drunk at midnight.
I'm sorry, that's hilarious.
Yeah, and then the drinks, I'm buying the bar. It's cheaper to buy the bar. It's cheaper to buy the bar.
Literally. The way you drink, bro, it's cheaper to buy the fucking city block.
buy the alcohol company. Anyways.
Sorry, that's really funny. Anyway, on Monday, Sunday is gonna be a rest day, and then Monday, Bao is going to be trading live in front of everyone. It's a free event for annual and lifetime people. You don't pay any money. You don't get upsold on a DVD. You don't get upsold on a timeshare. You don't get upsold on anything. You show up. We're going to teach you the process. we are going to do live trading. And after kind of the beginning action in the morning is done, we're going to open it up to some of our moderators, like James and Dialv are going to talk about the tab program. Harry's going to talk about the first bounce. We'll have Chicago, Aloha, Joe, every single person talk about their own niches and how they are using the experience that they have to help other members. And again, it's 100% free. That's it.
We're flying in all the moderators for this event. So that's the thing, dude. We're flying. It's going to be awesome. We're going to fly people in, and we're going to show you other people trading, not just me. That's the key. Of course, you can watch me trade and make money, but it's like, why not show the members who were taught our strategies and process making money? And that's why I wanted to highlight the fact that, you know what, man, these guys came into MIC, very basic knowledge, and now are self-sufficient, consistently profitable traders.
Correct.
Check out the Instagram. I mean, this is the thing, man. I love seeing people's success, and so I posted and highlighted on our Instagram page.
Yep. And the thing is, we have Wi-Fi there. Bring your laptop, bring whatever you need, and then come trade live with us there. You know, we're going to be there early. Lifetime members come at 7 in the morning. Annual members come at 8:30. And then from there, when the market opens at 9:30, it's going to be 100% business.
Yep.
That's it.
So learn our process. So that's exactly what we do. We're going to go in, pre-market. We're going to go through our exact process, and you'll see exactly how we trade. Win or lose, that doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not afraid to lose money trading, but you'll see, you know, the process.
Correct. Exactly. And again,
and
this
it's
is
all
free. It's all free. Everyone else
annuals
charges you $6,000, $7,000 to meet them, $500 to live stream an event, $1,000 to go to the event. This and that, but 100% free. 100% free.
For annuals and for lifetimes, these events will be free for life, man. So
for life, literally.
Space is limited, so you when you join MIC, hit up Tosh in the chat room, and he'll add you to the list.
Yep, that's it.
All right, man. I'm gonna say thank you, Alex.
Yep.
I'm gonna let you split screen and have fun with the viewers.
Yep, sounds good. Later, bye,
brother.
That was fun. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick people to come on split screen with me right now. So I will send you a request. Does anyone want to be on split screen right now? I think I'm also running out of time. So if this Instagram live gets cut, I will start another one right after it. So is there anyone that wants to come on right now and ask me some questions? Just say like me or like raise your hand or some shit. I'll take care of it. Yeah, I definitely got a lot of exercise today. I'm like sweating. I'm like wiping off the sweat from it. Okay, I'm going to close it and restart it now.